Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of JPU's News Update, Sports News Update. I hope everybody's doing fine this evening. I just came to bring you an update as the closing ceremony of the Olympic was today. So, if you're joining this platform for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe. And if you are just returning, welcome back. Sorry about that. So, guys, first, I want to make an apology. Well, first, I want to let you know that I was not aware of something. And then, second, I want to make an apology. The first thing is, I did not know that Noah Lyles actually collapsed on the field. Like, serious, serious collapse. I didn't know that he collapsed. And I want you guys to tell me if you thought so too, because I didn't know it was that serious, and that's what his mom got angry about. I thought that just like anybody would at the end of the race, you know, 200-meter race, you gotta have, pretty good stamina to complete a race like that. But I didn't know that it was a collapse situation because Noah run this race many a times before. I guess he was putting his all out there or something like that. But I don't understand why his mother was angry. I'm going to show you what his mother posted. Let me show you what his mother posted. Noah Lyle's furious mom claims Olympic security refused to help her son when he collapsed after the 200-meter race while suffering with COVID. One of my scariest moments of my life is what she said. I am going to read and show you what she said on social media. But guys, I had no clue that Noah actually collapsed. My gosh. As a parent, seeing that would have made me very scared. You understand? But there are some questions to be asked. But let me just go ahead and show you what she said, and then we will come back and discuss. Will you please hit the like button? Thank you very much. Where is it? So she posted this on social media, a picture of Noah, and that looks like Instagram. So let me just read everything what she said. Move this out of the way. She said, "This was one of the scariest moments of my life, watching my son hold his chest, gasping for air, while the stadium security refused to call a doctor as I begged them to send him help. They also refused to do anything to help. They totally ignored me. No parent should ever have to experience this feeling of helplessness. However, I want to thank the NBC Olympics team for helping me during this moment. Thank you for seeing me and my son as human beings and not just another story. Words cannot express my gratitude for your empathy, professionalism, that word again, right? And kindness. Also, thank you, USATF staff, who let me cry on their shoulders. To the security team, I pray if your loved one ever needs help, they get treated better than you treated us. I also thank God he is getting better. Guys, what do you think about that? I want to believe that Noah's mom was not aware. She wasn't aware that he had COVID. I want to believe that she was not aware that he had COVID, as he said, and decided to go and run a 200-meter race. among other people, unbeknownst to them. I want to believe that she had no clue about any of that because it wouldn't be fair for her to be crying foul right now. Wouldn't you agree, guys? I really want to believe that Noah's mom had no idea that her son knowingly went into a race positive for COVID to get other people sick and to put his own health at risk. Welcome back, moderator. Thank you for joining. Because if she knew, then, it just wouldn't be right for her to be crying foul. I feel for her. I feel her pain. Whether she knew or not, I feel her pain as a parent. No parent must ever experience anything like that with their children. But I would really want to know if she was aware of what her son did. And to tell you the truth, moving on from this story, let me just tell you guys the truth. I want to apologize because a lot of you over here told me and told us that you do not believe that Noah had COVID. At this point in time, after seeing his tweet after we spoke here yesterday, somebody sent it to me. And after seeing the tweet, guys, I don't believe that Noah had COVID. I think Noah just ran a race with the intention of winning, and it was down to the finish line, and he was not winning, and he just ran his heart out, and his heart just probably started going a little too fast, a little faster than usual. That can happen sometimes. I think that's what happened because, honestly, if Noah had COVID, as what he said, and went out on the track and did his thing, didn't show us the positive test at that time, but he's showing us the negative test. It makes me very suspicious. So he posted this last night about 4 hours before we logged off here at 9 o'clock. And he said, "Thank God I am COVID free." But he had no apology for the people's lives that he put at risk. He had no concern about whether they were positive or if their health were okay. So I have a problem with believing now that it has come to this, where a man can have COVID from Tuesday to Saturday. How many days? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. 5 days you're positive for COVID. And on the fifth day, you test negative. I don't believe it. I don't know what you guys think, but I just don't believe it. And if he went into the race without his mom knowing that he had COVID and let his mom look stupid out there defending him and really embarrassed, then that's not nice because I don't think his mom would be, cursing, not cursing, but you know what I mean, be furious at the security guards to help her son when she knew that her son went into this race with COVID to put everybody else's life at risk. I don't think his mom knew. There's no way. Because she probably wouldn't even condone that anyway. So there's a lot of mixed feelings, and it's just a bit crazy to me. Do you guys honestly think that he had the COVID? Moderator, do you think he had the COVID? Yeah, he knew from Tuesday. If your child tell you that they have COVID and they wanted to go into a race like this, you would have told them either no or listen, wear a mask and you're on your own, something like that. But as a parent, you want to caution your child. You know what I mean? You want to say, under the circumstance, you sure about it? Don't do that, because if you get caught and they realize that you went into the race and you knew it and people get sick, that's not gonna look good. Yeah, man, it's questionable for true, man. So I feel sorry for his mom for what she experienced, but just too many questions. No, oh Jesus. The basketball team, the US basketball team, they won the gold. And of course, they came out and troll Noah because Noah made a statement against them recently. I saw this on social media. Somebody said Noah Lyles can't get a break because of his big mouth. Team USA trolled him after winning gold. Lyles once said about the NBA world champion of what? The United States? Oh my God, I didn't even know he said that. But anyway, let me show you guys what the NBA said. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Let me show you guys what the NBA said. And I have an article to show you all, which not nice at all. Are we the world champs? No, is what they said. Because a lot of people are not counting the goal that Noah tied for. Yeah, they're not counting it. I mean, see people comment under this saying technically, oh, wow, oh, they're talking about his COVID. I'm sorry, that's not it. I want you guys to see. There it is. There's the NBA again. We don't play for bronze. We don't play for bronze. They were really trolling him. That's interesting, isn't it? Um, this man wrote an article. Where is it? And I want you guys to tell me if you agree with this. Just a second, guys. This man wrote an article titled Graceless Noah. I'm trying to find it for you guys. There it is. Graceless Noah Lyles stole Tebogo's thunder. Botswana's first ever gold medalist. Let talent do the talking. So this man basically said, life comes at you quickly when you are the fastest man on the planet. Noah Lyles, newly crowned as the Olympic champion in the 100 meters, came bursting and leaping and prancing out of the tunnel before the start of the 200-meter final on Thursday night. He windmilled his arms in the air and screamed his brilliance to the crowd and prepared to take the next step in his bid to cement himself as the heir to Usain Bolt. All of 19.46 seconds later, Lyles was trailing in third behind Botswana's first ever Olympic gold medalist, Tebogo, and his fellow American, Kenny Bednarek. After collapsing on the track, and for those of you who are just joining, like I said, I had no idea that Noah really collapsed. I thought he was just tired and fell down to the track. I didn't know he really collapsed. So that's why I was like, I mean, I didn't say it here to you guys, but when I saw the wheelchair and people tending to him, I was kind of wondering what's really going on. I didn't know that he collapsed. But anyway, it says after collapsing on the track, Lyles wasted no time in telling the world that he had been suffering from COVID for the last 3 days. Title of this article is Graceless Noah. One can regret his illness and the impact it may have had on him, while also regretting the gracelessness of stealing Tebogo's thunder with an excuse. Quote, "It definitely affected my performance," Lyles said. "I am more proud of myself than anything, coming out and getting the bronze medal with COVID. Tobago's victory was an incredibly moving story in its own right, coming just a few months after the death of his mother and his inspiration. His mother accompanied him to the Budapest game in 2023 when he won a silver medal behind Lyles in the 100-meter at the World Champs. He's a man of little words," his mom said not long before she died, which makes him the opposite of Lyles. I'm not going to read any further, but you guys understand what the author is saying. The author is saying that, this was really a moment of celebration and should have been. It should have been a moment of celebration for the athlete who lost his mom months ago. But instead, the headlines in mainstream media was equally about the American who came in third, who collapsed and said he had COVID. That's so sad, don't you guys think? It's sad. Hold on, guys. So, I was watching some clips of Tebogo celebrating in his cultural way of celebrating, and the people of his country, they too were celebrating. First ever gold medal right after such an unfortunate event with the passing of his mom. Boy, that's something else. I don't know. Let me read some of your comments. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you. Thank you. Who gives a rat's ass what you believe? Paris Olympics has the positive COVID-19. Stop me. Oh my God. Who is this vile individual? Look here, moderator. Please to take this vile, underdeveloped person out of the program here. We don't want no vile people over here. Go on back to the hole that you crawl out of, please, and thank you. We're having a conversation here like civilized human beings. This is not a zoo. Thank you. Yes, Virginia, thank you for the correction. I'm not always perfect on people's names, especially when it's, different from what I'm used to pronouncing. I try, but thank you for the correction. So, yeah, we understand this guy. He has a different way about him, and that's cool. We like him. But I agree with the author. I don't know if I like the language about graceless, but it certainly stole his thunder, which is quite sad. I didn't even know that the guy collapsed, man. When I found that out today, I was just like, what? I didn't know he collapsed. Can you imagine how his mom felt when she saw him collapse on oh my gosh. That's terrible. What is funny, you guys are laughing. Trust say over here is not a zoo. We don't want no animal over here, sir, man. The Paris Olympics as the positive test area. The same animal moderator. Come get this wild beast now, please. Moderator, please take out this wild beast from out of the chat and send him go up a Bronx Zoo. Did you guys hear about the American athlete who had to return her medal? She had to return her medal because, let me see if I can find it. Her name is Jordan Chiles. She's one of the gymnast. So she received a bronze medal in the floor exercise. And something happened, and her coach, they decided to protest. And at the end of it, they added on a zero point 0.1 number to her score, put her in third place, knock out the other people from the lineup. Now they redid it, and just one big mix up. It's terrible. So she said that she's coming off social media for her mental health. What a sad thing. Oh my gosh. But you know what I want to talk about real quick while we're talking about this gentleman on the screen? If this guy had been doing so good, I don't know if you guys know his record, but if this guy had been running so good, just as good as Noah in my view, he came in second in Budapest, clearly proved himself here at the Olympic. Why is it that the sponsors and the mainstream media have been ignoring him? I don't understand. It's not that I don't think he lives in his home country. And I'm going to say this, because I know that some of you who are fans of Noah, you may not agree with me, and that's okay. But you know what I think? I think that the mainstream media in America, they are swelling up these athletes' head. And these athletes are believing that they're the fastest in the world when the record does not show that. I'm talking specifically about the US mainstream media. For example, I heard one lady, I'm not going to say her name, but I heard one lady on TV, she was interviewing Noah. She said, "How does it feel to be the fastest man on the planet?" And he didn't correct her. He soaked it up. He did not correct her. And not everybody understand, the language that the track and field community uses. So when the mainstream media is going to make these athletes who have not reached the pinnacle of greatness in the sport, to make them feel like they are the best ever to live and exist. Lord of mercy. Gaza girl, you hear me say I don't want to call the name and look there. Why you do that? I deliberately. Was it Drew Barrymore? I don't know. I'm not gonna say anybody's name. Anyway, um, yeah, they shouldn't do that. I mean, you have people on the record who are still alive, whether they're in America or not, right? Who are still very much alive and still very much active in the sport. And they run faster, have more medals, more record breaking times than the US athletes. And you're gonna have people who are calling themselves TV show hosts and journalists who are telling the athletes to their faces, "How does it feel to be the fastest on the planet?" It is a lie. And they're not correcting it. So no wonder when they're competing in these big major events, they're acting like the fastest on the planet, and it's not true. I can't believe we've come to this. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'm sitting there watching, just waiting for these guys to correct these people, and they don't correct them. They suck it up and they wallow in it and they smile as if to say, yes, it's true. I am the fastest person in the world on this planet ever to live and walk. And this is why our athlete here said what he said. I played the video for you guys where he said, I still cannot believe that I beat him because everybody knows that Noah is the fastest man on the planet. He's so funny. And he said the right thing. It's true. It is so true. Fastest man on the planet. Because I'm sure he's heard it too. He probably heard them saying it as well. He's the fastest man on the planet. And I still cannot believe that I beat him. There's another article that I saw where this man admitted what we have been saying over here, even though some people say, no, it's not arrogance, it's confidence. But we don't agree with that. We who understand things and are smart and objective people, we understand. This person named um Tim Howard, he says yes, USA stars like LeBron and Lyles are arrogant. So what? It propels us to greatness. What a stupid, ignorant comment to make. I don't think LeBron is arrogant. I have been watching LeBron for years. As a matter of fact, LeBron is my favorite. Yeah, I think I feel comfortable saying that. He's my favorite basketball player. I don't watch basketball lately. But when LeBron was playing for the Heat, when LeBron and Wade, yes, when LeBron and Wade and a few others that I like were playing for the Miami Heat, no game didn't miss me because they made such a good team during that time. And I never found LeBron James to be arrogant. I never found him to be arrogant. LeBron is charitable. He's decent. He's a wonderful player. He's smart. He's respectful. I never found him to be arrogant. So they want to come and draw everybody into their arrogance, and that's not true. The people them who support Noah, you all can't call me biased, because are biased against US athletes. You all cannot accuse me of that because I have named out many American athletes who I believe are good and decent, talented athletes. But understandably, if you support certain athlete and I say something that you don't like, you're gonna say I'm hating or whatever. No. But this man is saying that yes, they're arrogant and it's okay. No, it's not okay. And this is why sometimes when Americans travel outside of the US, people have this perception that all Americans are arrogant. And this is why I don't leave my Jamaican accent. I'm a US citizen because I've lived here long enough, but I don't leave my thick Jamaican accent because I don't want nobody to put that stigma and perception on me when I travel. I've traveled across Europe and I see, because I'm very observant, I see how people treat Americans over there and how they deal with them. So it's not okay to be arrogant. And no, arrogance doesn't propel you or doesn't always propel you. Arrogance more often than not brings you negative feeling. People feel negative about you. People don't like you too much. They don't want to have anything to do with you if they don't have to. But what propels you to greatness is how you treat people and how you carry yourself. I would put my money on that before I put my money on arrogance. But the person who said this, he embodies the arrogance in Americans that are perceived, the perceived arrogance about Americans, including their athletes. This is not right. This is not cool. Hmm. So I thought that would be interesting to share with you guys. What is going on with the men's 4x4? Oh gosh. Exactly right about LeBron. LeBron James is no man. He's not arrogant. And you know what I like mostly about LeBron? He's a family man. He loves, you can tell he loves and cares and pays attention when it comes on to his wife and his children. And he has good kids. I've been watching this guy play for years, and that's why I keep watching him. Because not only is he talented, but when he speaks to the mainstream media, when he's asked a question, when he's approached, he has class. Yeah, man, he has class. So I don't know where people get this idea that he's arrogant. He's not. He's very competitive and he plays well. I would watch him play for hours, but nowhere near arrogant. You crazy? So that would make him the fastest if you want to be technical. Make who the fastest? Noah is not the fastest boat. Oh yeah, yeah, we know. But I'm just saying they use these terms to, describe some of these athletes. And, if you know more about track and field, you're having a conversation or you hear these conversations, you should correct it and you should say, no, that's not how it goes. And then you say how it is. But like Noah and other athletes who are aware of what it means to be the fastest on the planet and what these records mean and stuff, when they hear people say that, they need to say, no, man, I'm fast, but I am not the fastest on the planet, or, this is my time, or I won this, or I have this many medals, stuff like that. Yeah, Kishi, you know that in Jamaica, somebody remind me of this last night. In Jamaica, Noah got beaten twice in Jamaica, and I remember the interview that he did after the race, where he was complaining about the start. That was his excuse. Something about the start. I don't like excuses, man. If you lose, man. It's okay. Who remember that? He was beaten twice in Jamaica, and when the guy came down to the finish and they were doing the interview, and I heard him say something about the start, I'm like, what? You're the only one with that complaint. So, and that's the fastest time in 2024. Yes, thank you, Virginia. That's so true. Well, twin, I'm sure that we will see them run again in the 100. But to me, watching the African athlete run, it looks to me like he's more of a distant guy. To me, he's better over 200 meters. Because at the end of the race, when Noah collapsed, this guy looked like he could have gone another 100 meters and still win. He started turning it up the last, what, 20 meters of the race. So, some athletes are like that. I don't know what you guys think. Do you all think he's better over 200 meters or no? I think he's much better over 200 meters. I have a comment. Sorry, I have no comment about the 4x1 relay team, but the world knows that just a baton change issue, not talent. You again? Just see, your comment is a little more civil. We clearly have the fastest men in the world. We who? No, sir. We who, sir? Have the fastest man in the world. We who? Lord of mercy. Nobody come with no misinformation. Come on. Ah, boy. You know what? My Jamaican friends, I think it's time we stop talking about boat. What do you guys think? I think it's time we stop talking about Bolt. The only time we should mention Bolt is when it comes on to the fastest time recorded, or when somebody says that they're the fastest man in the world or on the planet. But otherwise, let's remember that Bolt is retired. But what we have today, which leads me to the next topic. I don't know if you guys saw my upload today about the Jamaican track team. They're in serious trouble. Yeah, they are in trouble and they need to, the organizations, the body that governs the athletes in Jamaica, they are in serious trouble. I mean, we saw it clearly in the Olympic. We really didn't have to have the situation that we had if they were more organized. And you guys heard from the former athlete Juliet Cuthbert and some other panelists and commentators. If you guys listen to that upload, you will hear what was said. And if they don't get it sorted out, Jamaica could be in the wilderness for some time because some of these athletes we see who have won medals, medal after medal after medal, we're not going to see them in Los Angeles and other international events. No, I am not saying that Jamaica does not have the talent. Jamaica has the talent, but there is something wrong within the governing body of our international track team. Something is wrong. So if you guys haven't heard that upload, listen to it and make your own assessments. I'm concerned about them now. I mean, I saw what I saw. We saw what we saw from Jamaica at the Olympic, but it goes a little deeper than what we saw. Wouldn't you guys agree with that? Oh, wait a minute. He said the gun was too quick. Oh, God, yes, that's what he said. The gun was too quick. Ah, Jesus. But Noah must understand when he's on Jamaican soil. When he's on Jamaican soil, he's on the sprint capital soil. You got to move quick when the gun go off. What you mean the gun was too fast? Stop the excuses, man. Every time you don't want to go there, make an excuse, please. What do you guys have to say about the status of Team Jamaica right now? Because it not look good. Truthfully speaking. Like I said last night, guys, it's okay for Jamaica to have a bad Olympic because they've been doing so well for so long. However, what are we supposed to look forward to? What is the game plan? Because something is obviously wrong. Something is wrong. Oh my God! Listen to this person. Do you see you guys? I don't want you guys over here. You're too dang rude. What you mean by the man is trash and the man just win fair and square medal? Moderator, contact them people here from out of the comment for me, please and thanks. We don't want them over here, sir, man. This is a maturity and civil behavior we deal with over here. Care on a project style behavior go on over where no come from. I'm a cousin over here. Guys, let's be nice in the comments. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Jamaica plans to do, but something has to happen. The 100 is too technical and you have to perfect it. The 200 is more forgiving and you correct as you go along. That's why he loves it. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. I didn't hear him say that, but I can understand where he's coming from. Somebody who is, you see, the thing that makes Usain Bolt and people like Shelley and Fraser and Elaine, the thing that makes them so exceptional to the sport is that a person who is perfect at the 100 usually won't be perfect in the 200. It's twice the distance. You guys saw what happened with Noah and many other athletes. They're either very good at one or the other, but not both. Not both. Um, the J3 and JO of Jamaica, they need to sort out themselves. We need to do a petition against them because if they don't get themselves together, and Jamaica does not want to be in the wilderness, they have a responsibility. I'm almost sure if Noah won the 200-meter beating Usain Bolt's record, you would not have heard anything about he having COVID. Probably not. If he had won that race, you probably wouldn't hear it either. I don't know what to believe. I just feel suspicious about it. Oh my God, really? Bolt was an arrogant show off too, but you forget about that, right? No, Bolt was never. You know what? I suggest you look what the word arrogant really means. Bolt is the most humble guy in the sport with so much class because he was raised right. Danicia, he was raised right and he came from a culture and a community of discipline. So you could never be talking about the legendary Usain Bolt. He's not like that. I suggest you go and look what the word arrogant means. Please. Um, yes, man, he's COVID free. Let me show you. The man said he's COVID free the last day of the Olympic. I did the upload last night. I couldn't believe it. To show you guys that he was sharing his COVID free status. COVID free. Getting better. I don't like that he was not concerned about the people that he exposed. You talk about arrogance, you talk about into oneself and self-importance. That's it. Like I said over here yesterday, this is the worst act of Selfishness I have seen in my life, seeing what COVID does to people. Me. Thank God I am COVID free. When you have no apology to give the people that you put at risk. She was on an earlier live talking greasy about the USA. Who is Danica talking about? Guys, if you're joining this live for the first time, please understand this is a platform that entertains or invites mature people. We're serious track and field fans over here. We don't have to belong to the same team or cheer for the same people, but we only invite people who have manners, decency, and are mature. We don't invite uncivilized people over here. A lot of you are so brainwashed. You're down talking other black people and calling them dope heads over a sport. Just be happy that black people are dominating, period. I don't see anybody calling people dope head. And I don't see anybody talking other people down. We are track and field fans over here, and we're making constructive criticism, and congratulating people where we see it fit. So when you come on this platform, be sure to use your listening skills before you comment. Please and thank you. That man is an Olympian. Wait there. Sorry, guys. That man is an Olympic champion in the 100 meter. Put some respect on his name. Who are you talking about? Bolt was a showman. Bolt is humble. Leave Bolt off your lips. If you can't say good, say nothing. All these Jamaican athletes are humble. Thank you. And being a showman, how do you perceive being a showman? If you go out there and you acknowledge the crowd because the audience in the audience, people come to see you play. People come to see you perform. People come to cheer for you. So when it's game time, you step out on the track and they say your name. Yeah, you wave at them. And Bolt used to do his little lightning bolt thing, which was fine. I don't really consider that to be a showman, really. I mean, what he does is very brief. It's not disruptive like the stuff that Noah carries on with. You know what I mean? The women don't do those kind of things. All right, I'm going to block him because I don't see the moderator in the comments. So I'm going to block him. Thank you. Jamaica has a bright future if J and JOA get them act together. Yes. And I think we need to do a petition. Jamaican fans, track fans. If we don't see these two organizations shaping up, we need to do a petition. I don't see anybody disrespecting the athlete. He's very humble. But you know what troubles me? And I don't know if this troubles you guys too. When you see a talented athlete like this, who is saying, listen, I don't want to be the face of track and field today. It bothers me. Everybody who comes into track and field, who trains hard and run fast and stuff like that, they come into the sport to do great. And sure, they come into the sport and would want to be the face of track and field. So when I hear him say, I am not loud and arrogant, so I cannot be the face of track and field, as if to say, I don't want to be the face of this track and field that we are seeing today. That bothers me a little bit. Yeah, man, that bothers me. I don't want to be the face of track and field. And if we're going to let athletes feel like that, when I say we, I'm talking about the fans and what we want to see in these athletes. And I'm talking about the sponsors. If we are going to let the athletes who are winners feel like we wouldn't consider them the face of track and field if they don't demonstrate certain characteristics, then there's a problem. There's definitely a problem. I don't feel that way. If somebody comes in who is humble, look at Alyssa Felix. I talk about her all the time. Alyssa Felix was the face of track and field at one point, you know. I've seen her on billboards in New York City and other big cities. And Alyssa Felix didn't even talk much. She was a very quiet person, very calm, very competitive in her own lane kind of person. So no, we don't expect the faces of track and field to be loud and arrogant. We don't want to see that, to be honest. So I hope that this athlete doesn't really believe that he has to be that way to be seen as the face of track and field. Americans was very upset with Noah's behavior. When you represent a country, you act respectively and consider the country that you are representing. I didn't know that. I thought they accepted it as a norm and felt that it was okay. I didn't know they were upset. Tebogo wants to be great, but it is likely he don't want to be the face of this new era. I don't wrong him. Sometimes popularity can bring not only pressure but trouble. You have a good point, Molly. You have a good point. Because, like I said, when you see what, we're calling the face of track and field today, it really is a step down from what we're used to. And again, it's the sponsors that allow this and also the coaches. He is loud and arrogant and is a face persons are seeing on social media and advertisements. Yes, that's true. Asthma alone is dangerous, coupled with COVID. While doing something like running, anyone could clearly see he was struggling in that too. I didn't see him struggling. I honestly didn't. And like you said, the combination of asthma and COVID can be very bad. Now, he said he had asthma, so we know that. So that's why I don't understand if he really had COVID, why would he go out there on the track with the asthma and COVID together? That doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm just learning today that he really collapsed. Like, you know, collapsed where it concerned his mom. He was showcased a lot, and he's not the only talented athlete. Drama and excitement will attract the wrong crowd to track and field, and will turn off some of the true fans to the sport because of the arrogance and disrespect some of these athletes display. It's true. But look here, guys, there is do you think that the viewership for track and field is low? Because I heard some people talking about that. I heard some people saying that the viewership for track and field is low and more people should watch track and field. I've not observed that, but I heard some athletes in Paris said that. Wow. No, street smart. Don't say that, please. No, I just need to change his ways to make the sport nice again. The sport is not nice to me. I don't like the way these guys behave. I will always watch a major event, but it's there's something about it today that the things that these sponsors deal with and stuff like that. Noah said today in an interview that he is a showman. Okay. You can do that without, all the extra stuff. It's more like y'all saying all this stuff about Noah just to slow him down as if you hate. Oh my gosh. Why what look here. Why do you guys equate constructive criticism or fear commentary to hate? Where do you guys come from with that? That's why I say over years for mature audience, because mature people, they understand fair comment and constructive criticism. We are fans of the sport. And if we see anybody that we want to criticize or talk about, we're free to do that. That has nothing to do with hate. And we don't want to slow down nobody. We're not out there running. Why would we want to do that? We want everybody to go and run to their full potential. It makes the sport exciting. So please, mature audience. The viewership for track in US is low compared to other sports, hence why they are trying to make it exciting. Mm. Well, I can see that. In countries like Jamaica and so where track and field is really our number one. Well, maybe number two because soccer is number one. Yeah, I understand. What is the number one sport in America? I think it's football and then basketball. My greatest hurt is seeing a nice Jamaican girl calling him boyfriend. Street smart. If that was my daughter, oh my God. Judgment. If that was my daughter. No, sir. I demand a little class. I think viewership probably went down because we don't have a superstar like Bolt. We are lacking superstars. Really? I don't think we should say that, because you have other athletes who are also good. They might not be a Usain Bolt, but they're good and they bring the competition. So, you know what I mean? I think with Bolt, we were guaranteed a win every time that guy ran. And I think people look forward to that more than anything. You just knew. It's like you're gonna bet on something and you just know that you are gonna win. But you have to see it, you know what I mean? In real time. They claim Shakari is who attracted more Americans to the sport. Don't know. I'm not a fan of Shakari, but you're right. Whoever said that is true. Because this might sound funny and some people may be offended, but I find that the American culture, they're often they gravitate to antisocial behavior. It's true. Just like how there's this obsession with Hollywood and people who behave a certain way. You understand? And the same obsession that people found in a person like Donald Trump, who mortifies people who look at the situation and say, what are they doing? So that kind of behavior attract people for some odd reason. And I think the person who said that is correct. People became attracted to the sport when the worst was on display, the worst behavior was on display. And you all know how she was behaving during that time. We've already talked about that. The media, US media, is the one pushing the agenda. Sports celebrity like Shannon Sharp is trying to create drama and disrespecting not only Jamaica but our most decorated athletes. And it's so sad. I see it, but I don't give any ears to it, to be honest with you. I don't. Sad. That is not constructive and fair to him by any means. Yes, it is, Samson. It is. If you go out there and behave a certain way, the commentary is going to be the way that you behave. For example, what he did with the COVID. Don't come here acting like you want us to kiss up and suck up to Noah. We're not going to do that. I'm sorry. If you want to hear that, go on another platform, but we cannot suck up to that man who put people's lives at risk with COVID. Deceptive. No apology from him to those people. Let us start there. So, what are you saying? Hi, William family. Thank you for joining. Good evening. But in closing, the Jamaican team Jamaica has to do something. And if not only do they need to do something, but we want to hear from them. As the public and the fans, we want to hear them come out in press conference and saying, what they plan to do going forward, what the issues are, you know, what the plans are. We want to hear from them. Don't you guys agree? Team Jamaica, fix up on yourself. We have some major events coming up too. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to talking to you again. And certainly when the next major event comes around, we'll be watching because, regardless of which side we're on or which team we're cheering for or, where we're from, without us, without the fans and the people who love track and field, the sport is nothing. So the sport need people like us. Um, I feel bad for Noah's mom, like I said initially, about her scare with her son. But we also have to take into consideration, you know, that was a personal choice that he made, going into a race with asthma and COVID together. You know what I mean? So that is that. Anyway, thanks to our Jamaican friends, our American friends, our African friends, and everybody who come over on this channel to discuss track and field with us. Thank you again. Please hit the like button, guys, before you go, and I'll catch you later. Thank you.